Hi, everybody. This is Maria, and I would like to um, share with you how to create some impressionistic watercolor flowers. So, the first thing you need to do is get your watercolors ready. Make sure your palette is clean. I'm gonna scooch my, see, I have this on a stand to help me paint and show you at the same time. So I'm going to start with some pink, and um, these flowers are going to be very, um, like I said, impressionistic. So what you want to do is make sure that you're not trying to be too neat. You want to create sort of like a little center. And the thing with the flowers is they're not going to be perfectly symmetrical. Because when you look at flowers um, from an angle, you're going to see more petals on one side than you do of the back. So you just sort of leave some spaces. That sort of gives the illusion of separate petals. This would probably be like a peony, if you were trying to identify what kind of flower it is. You can add in a little bit of other colors if you want while the paint is still wet. You just sort of come back in with a touch maybe of orange. If you don't want it to be too dark, you just go back in with some water. You can also mix it on your palette a little bit. That way you can kind of see what color you're making before you put it on the paper. I would recommend starting with lighter colors, and then you can build in darker colors if you want to make your flowers darker. So I'm kind of making it a little bit lopsided. I'm going to add a little bit magenta sort of on the inner. Just go back in with the water and kind of use your brush to spread it around a little bit. It's really the combination of the colored areas plus the spaces that create that little bit of a petal look. And again, you can always go back in and sort of add in a few darker areas like you would see if you were looking at a flower near the inside where the petals are kind of grouped together. This could also be a rose. That. And then maybe if you are doing a peony, you could add in a little bit of a darker center. That. There's that. To do some watercolor branches and florals. I like the trend of doing sort of like an aquamarine or like a teal to go with your pinks. And it's pretty simple. You could just do like a quick branch, and then most flower petals group in either they're symmetrical on both sides or they're like in groups of 3. So you want to do that. The petals, or I'm sorry, the leaves usually get bigger as they go down the branch. So you can kind of make them a little bit bigger as you go down. These ones are, I'm just kind of making this up, but you can go back in again, maybe throw some yellow in there. Just kind of work it in, depending on, you know, the look you're going for. But I like to sort of blend it a little using my brush. But at the end, you'll have like these really nice variations in color, and you just kind of play with it, and whatever comes out usually is really pretty. You might want to try a more open flower. With this one, I'm going to start with the center, and I'm going to do like a little bit of a brown center and start with that. And then maybe I will do a purple flower. And we can kind of make it look like the flower is open by having petals going up in the back. And then sort of splaying them out as you come towards the front. So like these ones, these petals are sideways, these ones are up in the back, and then these are forward. And to create that effect of layers, you can kind of add some darker areas where the petals would be kind of hidden underneath, like that.